Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Voluntary Living, where here at Buckwheat Farms, Magick, Emporium, and Ballroom, we talk about how to live a voluntary lifestyle. This morning on Facebook, it was kind of interesting. There was a discussion about the restaurants closing due to the moratorium, the lockdown, and the issues that's causing. And someone, actually the thread was opened with the idea that would it be possible for people to prepare meals in their own home and sell them to their neighbors? And of course, people brought up the requisite argument of our masters won't allow it, basically. And so I posted another reply, and then led to another posting with the suggestion that we could use platforms like Vocal and Patreon and things like that, tip-based platforms to conduct exchanges without the purview of the grubby government hands. And one of my friends said, basically, it's something we can't do anything about. Now, this guy's a business owner, not picking on him. He's a great guy. I know his heart, but that's something that we hear so much. I just can't do anything about the shrugging of the shoulders, the get used to it, the new normal. See, those things. Why do we? Were people okay with just getting used to slavery, or the way women were treated, or any number? I personally worked in the field with developmentally disabled adults, and was in Arizona, worked in group homes, and it was right after they had basically emptied the institutions, and the stories of the things that had been done to some of these people were just absolutely incredible, until somebody finally stood up and said enough is enough. And so that's kind of where I am. I had said enough is enough. I don't want to be governed. I don't want to pay taxes, and that was kind of the gist of it. With the taxation is theft, what do we do? What can we do about it? What can we do about their regulations? What can we do about their overbearingness? Well, today I want to talk about the taxes part of it, because that's the main thing. If we starve the beast will die, and it definitely is a beast. But how? What can we do? This is an institution that has guns, and they will threaten you with violence, and I suggest fighting them with their own vehicle, their own tax code. That's why I became an informed, and I know this is backwards, I am not technologically proficient enough to, or desire to switch this around, but it's called Cracking the Code: The Fascinating Truth About Taxation in America. It's by Peter Eric Hendrickson. I will put a link in the comments below, but it's how you become an informed tax non-payer. The tax code actually is written in such a way that the income tax only applies to certain classes of people, generally government employees and heads of corporations. And most people don't know that, and the IRS, of course, won't admit it. And the book is fascinating. I'm not a tax expert. I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm just telling you, become informed. Know what the tax code actually says. Most tax accountants and tax attorneys have not even looked at this, or ignored this for personal reasons, of course, because it's to their benefit. But anyway, the second thing is to reduce your retail footprint, to avoid paying sales taxes and usage taxes and those things. That means black market. That means Craigslist. That means grow your own, that kind of thing. The third is kind of in line with the first, which is reducing your tax footprint by becoming a 1099 or self-employed. There are many tax benefits if you choose to play the IRS's game, but it also makes it harder if you file informed for them to come after you. They're pretty much makes them toothless. because they don't already have your money. I came to find out that it's harder to get the money from them than to keep the money from them using the informed tax filing. So, so why do we bear up under it? You know, we are, as humans, are remarkably resilient creatures. But so are all animals. I look at my animals here, and it's funny because I had to start this video a couple of times over because one of my sweet girls, she wanted to get in the video with me, and if I knew how to make outtakes, it was pretty funny because trying to fight her off. But but they will adapt to almost any situations, and I don't think that is part of our higher nature, to just adapt and just get used to it. I think our higher nature is to seek out, and that's why whenever we see the injustices like slavery, like the unfair treatment of women, we see when we see things like government shutting down the feeding of homeless people because they're not licensed. When we see those things happen, we shouldn't just get used to it. See, that's a lower vibrational way of thinking. Vibrate higher. Say, I desire to change that, and then find ways to change it. I'll put a link down below to the article that I did on Vocal. I did an article for the gig economy. There's some companies on there that you can pick up work with. They're as 1099s, independent contracting. If you're looking for work, it's great. I ask that you do. I've got one referral link on there. I ask that you do use that link because I get a few pennies from it, you know, from your work and referring you and helping you find the job. And also just check out the article itself. Anyway, today is a day like no other. Today is a day you can choose to live free or just get used to it.